Alright, looks like everything's okay. I should probably double check my camera, because I notice it's kind of running a little bit stupid. So just a moment. There we go. That's a lot better. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? It's been quite a little bit since I've done a stream on here. I believe it's been almost 3 weeks now since the last stream. Actually 2 weeks. Damn, I didn't think it was that long. I thought it was longer. Anyways, I see we got Tyler here. Boss will join after the game. Well, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on for. Metal Minions, how's it going? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Um, but yeah, I figured I was just kind of bored. I figured why not get on here and hang out with y'all for a little bit and see how everyone's doing. Maybe do some tier lists like we typically do on these streams anymore. So yeah. Um, This coming Saturday is going to be when I go see Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, and COC live. So that's going to be a hell of a time. All day today, I've been listening to nothing but Overkill today because I'm getting prepared to record my ranking video sometime in the next week or so and have it ready to go on Halloween Eve for you guys to watch, because I still need to get down to recording some videos that will be going up during the 2 weeks that I'll be away from home to go on a big vacation of about 2 weeks to the beach, 2 different beaches, Panama City and Fort Morgan. So, yeah, I got to get down to work on recording some videos ahead of time and all that. Hey, what's up, Nick? Hey, if you want to invite, I can send you one. Since I'm all alone right now. For now. I did actually get in the mail today the new Sodom album. I finally picked it up today. This is good. I said, excuse you, but my girlfriend said I didn't burp. Nice. Hey, what's up, Hunter? Oh, you just landed in Toronto. Damn. Must be a trip of sorts. Are you on? Figured as such. Reorganizing my cassette tapes and then going this and then see you're going live. Yeah, that's how it is. All right, I can get you a link. Actually, Nick, you think John and or Joe would be down to join too? Well, there you go. So Hunter and I are both seeing Priest, Cooper, and COC this week. So yeah, this is a big freaking week for some of us who are in these streams, seeing one of the biggest shows of the year. So that's going to be sweet. Although I will say, I am going to say this right now. I saw the other day that Opeth and Catatonia are doing a U.S. tour sometime at the beginning of next year. Why can't I fucking get a Cincinnati or Columbus date for that tour? I want to see Opeth so fucking bad. Because, my God, that would be amazing, because Opeth's one of my favorites. Can't say it for Joe. Noonan still at work, then heading here for review. If I had to hatch a guess, are you guys reviewing Wintersorg? I don't know. I would recommend you guys check out that new Wintersorg album. It's really, really good. My review for it's coming up Tuesday. So, spoiler alert, I liked it quite a bit, actually. Abraded. Okay. Don't know if I had that on my list before I decided to whittle it down, and I flat out just said I'm doing Wintersorg because I love Wintersorg's vocals. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. I really need to get like a fucking camera stand for the webcam so it's not on my monitor and it shakes anytime I put my hand on the fucking table. Stupid. Stupid. Wow, I just spat everywhere as I did that. Trying to get a window over here for other shit. Fucking early morning shifts are the worst. At least, thank God, I don't have to get up at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow like I did last week. The only reason I was up that early was because my dad needed help loading cable conduit because he couldn't do it alone because of the issue he had with his leg, which it's better now. But my God, I was exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. What's up, Ace? What's one musician you tend to criticize but absolutely bothered and bummed out to do so? Well, maybe to help me answer this question, and he can answer it himself, we have a Necrotic Nick sighting.
So, what's the question?
What's one musician you tend to criticize but absolutely bothered and bummed out to do so?
God. Generally, if I have a reason to like kind of dog on someone, I have like a reason. I don't know.
I got one off the top of my head. Trey.
Yeah. I don't really dog him. Like, honestly, a lot of the
Me
stuff,
neither.
it comes out of concern because
Yeah.
dude's heading down a fucked up path. Been heading down a fucked up path. It's not just with like, drugs and alcohol. There's a lot of other stuff going on too. But he's contributed so much to, metal in general. Like he's, one of the death metal guitarists. So yeah, I guess I could see that one.
Yeah, I'm actually still trying to think of some other ones that it's like I end up criticizing even though it sucks to, but for differing reasons. Really, Trey was the only one off the top of my head I could really think about. Just for being a liability now, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's about the only one I can think of right now. I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, the Anvil dudes, like, I don't think bad guys. I want them to succeed. They just don't.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, Steve and Rob in particular, the two originals. Yeah, that's another good one. But yeah, I was just saying earlier that I finally got the new Sodom album after all these months, as I've been finally getting my money built back up after the computer debacle. So, although now I'm gonna end up spending a good chunk on Saturday whenever I go see Alice Cooper, Priest, and COC. And then see what happens after that. And then on my 2-week beach trip to Panama City and then Fort Morgan, I did find a few record shops in between those areas, like one in Pensacola I went to last year. I picked up a few cool things. So see what I can get my hands on this time around, and especially around What the fuck is the name of that one town I found in Florida? I forget, but we'll get there. But that's still a month out. So, which is why I was talking about earlier about how eventually I got to get down to pre-recording some videos to have scheduled to go up during those 2 weeks. And it's going to be plenty of videos coming up. Actually, let me see what I actually have. So, of course, I'm doing one for like a shout outs video just to kind of have an excuse to do a video. And then this is one I might do, and that's 10 non-metal albums for metalheads. Which, spoiler alert, my list is mostly going to be like proto-metal and prog rock albums.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, that one's, I mean, I do the heavy but not metal thing, and there's a lot of bands that border on the cusp.
Yeah. Then I got a video planned for Halloween. 10 albums perfect for Halloween. Since I did the video of like bands whose second album was their best, and you guys did debuts, I figured, how about up the ante, go to bands whose third album is their best album. And I actually have quite the list planned for that. And then right now, the fifth video I got in mind is 10 Morbid Angel inspired / worship bands, since there's just so many out there.
More than 10.
Yeah. I feel like that could be one that could go around everywhere, honestly. So I already got like 10 listed. And it's like prog death bands, death thrash bands, and of course classic death metal. So, and then of course I got the Overkill ranking that will be out the day before Halloween, which I'm currently in the process of working on that. I'm actually now halfway through the catalog. I basically listened to all of the 90s stuff today, except for Horoscope, which I already listened to that the other night. But I gotta admit, some of those groove metal oriented albums from the 90s, I thought they were better than I was expecting them to be. I actually really liked Necroshine. That was probably my favorite of the more groove metal style.
Necroshine's all right. I am slightly partial to The Killing Kind just because that was my first Overkill album. It's got a couple of like legit fucking bangers on there. It's got some stupid fucking songs though, like really fucking dumb.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
But yeah, some of that 90s stuff like WFO's not too bad either. Like it's got its moments as well. Fuck, what was the one with the orange cover?
I Hear Black.
I Hear Black.
Yeah, that's got some really damn good ones. Spiritual Void was my favorite on there. That was almost like a stoner sludge song.
I think it's like the last track on it was one that I really liked. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not what I go to very often.
Yeah. Like I'll be honest, like, a lot of those albums, it was my first time checking them out. Period. Because when it came to Overkill for me, it was always the 80s stuff and then their recent stuff. Like since White Devil Armory was when I got caught up as far as the newer stuff goes.
Oh, dude, Ironbound.
Mm-hmm.
Ironbound. Fuck
I can't wait to go over that one. That's
a killer album. What's up, Red Racer?
James. What's up, James? I haven't jammed that Creator single yet.
Yeah. It's still kind of anthemic. Creator, where the choruses look very, very repetitive. It's not a terrible song, but again, not the Creator that I really want. I want the angry Creator again. I want them vicious again.
What's up, Patton? Evening Gen C and Cryptopsy Nile. I wish I could go to that show if there was a date near me.
Saw that last Monday in Lakewood. Fucking got to meet Flo and Matt. Actually, most of Cryptopsy. And Nile might have like one of the strongest fucking lineups right now. They got Adam Roethlisberger from formerly of Vitriol. He's their new bassist and vocalist, and he absolutely fucking crushes. Like powerful fucking vocals. The guitar work, I don't think they've sounded this tight since fucking Dallas was on the band.
Man, it just bums me out. It's like Cleveland and Lakewood get all the shows I really want to go to. They don't ever come to Cincinnati or Columbus for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn it.
Lakewood's like an artsy college town. You know, it's dude, if you go around there, like there's nothing but restaurants, venues, bars, and eateries, and artsy places, you know, like art districts and fucking record stores.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like maybe one. Damn hiccups. Maybe one day I'll pay a visit up there.
It's a cool town.
For when you guys are ready for tier lists, I updated the worst album covers, worst albums, and biggest douchebags lists. Oh dear Lord. That's well, I was about ready to get on there and see what all is there, if there's also even anything new. Oh, we do got some new lists. Okay. We got quite a lot of new lists.
We have to guess the band member by a picture of their penis.
Whose Dick Johnson is this? All right, so now let's get down to the tier list. So we've got quite a lot of lists to get through. So try to go through some of them. So we got the last one we did, I believe, was the grindcore, death grind, gore grind bands. Or did we? No, we didn't do tech/prog death bands. So this is going to be a good one.
All right.
Since the lines between both are a little bit thin, depending on the band, where it's like some bands you can clearly tell not tech death but prog. So starting off with Ad Nauseum, I have yet to check this band out.
They're fucking bonkers, dude. It's so atonal and it's hard to listen to. Like it's impressive, but for me, I would put it under good. Like I'm impressed with what they do. I just don't understand it. It is not something I would go back and listen to all the time. It's like super fucking challenging.
Even more challenging than Portal?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, more complex and I don't know, like less. I mean, it's like with Portal, I think of like noise, dissonance, and atmosphere. This band is about like the most like atonal, weird, jazzy fucking guitar patterns over bonkers rhythms that don't make any sense, at least to me.
Well, next up, Allegiant. I'd say top tier, personally.
I'd say top tier, fantastic. They really don't have like a flat out weak album. All their shit's pretty damn tight. I do prefer the cleans from Riley more than I do from
Ezra.
So, yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I've been following them since 2014, 2016. Like,
I'm following them since
like writing them. I still need to jam the first two albums.
The first one's really good. Form Shifter is all right. When you get down to the next one, Elements
of the Infinite.
That's honestly still probably my personal favorite. I fucking love that album. That is just a fucking jam.
So far, my favorite would be Damnum, the last one with good. Riley. Yeah. Let's see, Anada. I still need to jam this band.
Oh, dude, you'd love them. It's like more neoclassical Necrophagist. That a lot of weird counter melodies, blasty, but very melodic. Like a little bit more melodic than Necrophagist.
Arcspire.
I fucking love them.
I don't.
Oh, dude, I've seen them. and they're that good and that tight fucking live, which is insane.
I don't know. Just I listened to that last album. I didn't find anything particularly interesting out of it.
Oh, I love that last album. The last album might be, I don't know, it might be my new favorite. I fucking love that last one. Well, I'll there you go. Amazing. We'll go with that because I think they're fucking. Honestly, they make Tech Death fucking fun.
Archaic. Don't know this one.
California-based Tech Death. Little bit of deathcore. They kind of mix their sound, but not much. I think as of recently, they've become like pretty damn good. The earlier stuff is kind of hit or miss. There's one album in particular where the opener, I feel like it straight up lifts the riff from Dawn of the Angry. But if you're gonna lift a riff, lift a good one, and they did. I would put them under amazing. They're pretty damn solid.
Arsis. I still need to jam Arsis.
Their best album, I still think, is their debut, A Celebration in Guilt. I wouldn't want to call it like tech death. It's like more technical melodic death metal, but more of that Carcass style than say like At the Gates or anything. I think almost all their albums are solid though. I'd go amazing or fantastic.
All right, Artificial Brain.
Very.
I think I only jammed the last album, I think, and it was solid, but yeah, I think there are definitely bands who do that more dissonant tech death much better.
It's still very hard for me to get into because I feel like it's more about atmosphere than it is about like, I don't know, like legit hooks and such. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd put it under good. I mean, I don't think they're a bad band. I didn't like Will Smith's vocals on that, but I think his vocals on Afterlife fit that a little bit better. Or the Afterlife? Yeah, I think it's Afterlife.
Yep. Atheist?
I mean, God, dude, Unquestionable Presence almost makes it top tier right there. But I'd go fantastic overall. I want to, that next level in terms of get to the top tier again depends on the new album.
Yeah. Atrocity, which was only their early stuff. Their early stuff was in that vein, and then they became basically everything from gothic metal to symphonic metal to industrial.
I have one of their most recent ones, and it was kind of back to death metal. But I can't say overall in terms of like all their shit.
I mean, from what I heard of like their early stuff, they're basically like German death, like circa Spiritual Healing, Human. I'll still go good for now. Augury.
I've seen this band.
I jammed them.
I believe they're Canadian tech death, like French Canadian. I think they're from Quebec. Really solid. A lot of dissonant stuff, but also you get like all the proggy noodles. Like it kind of borders on prog. Like there's some like Coroner-esque riff work in there too occasionally. I put her actually great. It's a pretty good one.
Beyond Creation.
Top tier.
I still need to jam them.
My only complaint is they don't put out music often enough. It has been forever since Algorithm, which was their last album. That band features some of the most amazing bass work. Like, my God, like it's like, if the Faceless was functional.
Yeah. Black Crown Initiate, that's top tier for me.
I dig them. Oh, yeah.
I love Black Crown. I love Black Crown so much. I was jamming the song The Malignant the other night, and that's still one of my favorite songs. Blood Incantation, that's another top tier for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
all three albums are killer. I mean, can't go wrong with those. Brain Drill. I've only heard the last Brain Drill album, which was really good, but I need to jam the early stuff.
I put them under great. Like, they are savage, brutal as fuck, or rather they were. but I mean, it borders on too much. Like if you hate hyper triggered drums, you won't like them at all. I mean, that's Lord Marco's style. But I mean, there's a lot of like really cool, like bonkers fucking riff changes in there. But I mean, mostly it's just savage and faster than everything.
What is this? Capfarnon?
I don't know that band.
Don't know that one. I'm trying to read this logo. What is this?
Is that Blue Dot Nord? No.
No. I can't tell from the logo, so I'm going to have to put them there for now. But Cryptopsy, on the other hand,
I'd say fantastic.
Yeah. Because
there's I wouldn't say like flat out terrible albums. Like I don't even think Unspoken King's that bad of an album. I just think people overacted.
It's just a decent deathcore album.
I'd still say it's more death metal than deathcore, but that's whatever.
Yeah. But like, of course, the first three and the last few have been killers, especially the new one, which I finally got recently. Dan Swano solo. Okay, it was only just one album, so he'll have to go into Fantastic. But Moon Tower, please, Dan, I know you told me it's going to get reissued. I want it sooner, though. I don't want to pay $100 for an OG copy on Discogs. But I know, but it's been 3 years since we talked about it. But we'll see. But yeah, Moon Tower's legit a masterwork of his. But I will warn you, if you don't like keyboards, you're probably not going to like it. But if you like keyboards that play along well with the guitars, you're going to dig it. It's basically, it has like as I said before, it's like bits of Dream Theater. I would say, especially with the keyboard play, it reminds me a lot of Emerson, Lake and Palmer at times. And then, of course, like tempo shifts all over the place where it can go from really fast to kind of doomy. And, of course, Swano's playing everything on the album. So there you go. Was this Deadborn?
Deadborn.
Never heard of them.
Also, they're kind of like Decapitated, which I'd put up pretty high. I've only heard one album by them, though, so I would just go good based on that.
Oh, here comes another top one.
Yeah.
Death. I mean, like that whole run from where you could arguably call them tech death, starting with Spiritual Healing through to the end. I mean, nothing but classics. So. Decapitated. Okay. I love the first 4 albums and Cancer Culture, but the other 3 in between, not really a fan.
Yep. Then.
So I'd say fantastic.
Yeah.
Pieces. If I really want to, I would have put them in top tier for at least the first 4, but yeah. I'm glad they got a new vocalist, to be honest. Because, I mean, no disrespect to Rasta. He was good for what he was doing, but I want to hear proper roars, not like a hardcore bite when it comes to
the guy they got for the Nility tour. I hopefully he's the guy they're sticking with because he's got legit death metal vocals again. Like, it sounded brutal and fucking mean. So, yeah. Hope for the future there.
Decrepit Birth.
Fucking sick band live. Oh my god. I've seen a lot of fucking talented players come through there. I've seen Gabe Siever play drums for him. I want to say Samus played for him for a little bit
Samus.
Too. God, there's a couple of guitarists he's had gone on to different projects. I mean, I say he's because Bill's kind of like the main dude, but yeah, I'd put them in fantastic. I like all their shit.
Deeds of Flesh.
I'd also say fantastic. Now, I know some people don't like the tech death later years, like the more sci-fi stuff. I think that shit's good too. It's just a different kind of good.
Yeah. Defeated Sanity. I
really got to be in the
top
mood
tier
for
and
that
fantastic. Yeah, you gotta be in the right mood. I mean, it's German suffocation, is what I would call them.
German cryptopsy, but weirder. Lila Gruber is impressive to listen to. His weird off time, like linear fills and shit like that. Crazy drum work. It's super complex, but that last one really clicked with me a lot. So, I mean, I'd go amazing or fantastic.
I mean, if it were me, I'd go top tier, but I'll settle for fantastic. I mean, hell, I'd say the most unique release they did was, I think it was 2016, where they did the Disposal of the Dead, Dharmata duality, where it's like Disposal of the Dead's trademark defeated sanity, and then the Armada is like them worshiping death. And I think it was Max from Wade and Exist who did the vocals on that side of the album, and he sounded exactly like Chuck. So
I own that one.
Demilich. They have to go in fantastic just for one album, but man, the album's killer.
It's a legendary album. I've got up top tier.
You know what? I'm going against Maniac's rules. I'm going to put both Dan Swano and Demilich in top tier. Eat it. Yeah, it's one album, but I don't care. They're both fucking brilliant. Dimmock. I still need to jam this band, too.
I only have one of their albums, and it's a later one. It's not the most techy, at least in terms of that album. So I can't really say on that one. I need to listen to the first one, namely.
Here we go, another top tier for me. Good old Edge of Sanity. I mean, it's Edge of Sanity. As I'll even say, they were Opeth before Opeth, to a degree. So, just leave it at that. Oh boy, The Faceless.
First three albums are fucking amazing. And then there was a fourth one, and just a shit show after that. I'd still put them up in fantastic or amazing just because, again, quality releases up to a point. Just Michael Keane turned out to be a drug addict and a control freak and a thief. Just so much like potential wasted with that band.
Yeah.
And his turnover rate was insane.
Yeah. Fallujah.
I liked the last two.
I like the last one, yeah. And what was it? Dreamless in 2016?
I didn't like that one as much because they were still doing that weird atmospheric, shit where it was just like heavy on the tremolo on the whammy bar where like I saw them open up for BT Bam and Devin Townsend. I was like, you guys just feel woefully out of place. Even on Summer Slaughter, when I saw them play there, it's like, you guys can't get any of this stuff to fucking line up. Flesh Prevails. Initially, I liked that, but after a while, it kind of just grated on me. I like their first album. Their first album's fucking just punishing. But I would say good to great. Like, they've made up for some of that, some of the missteps with those last two albums, I'd say.
First Fragment, who I still need to jam.
Oh, that band's awesome. That's Phil Tugas, the guy from Cathelis.
Cathelis, yeah.
It's that band's fucking fun. Like, it's very neoclassical. There's like symphonic elements, but it doesn't come across as like stupid and cheesy. Like, it was like, holy shit, like these guys are like really fucking going for it.
Geigen.
There's your challenging listen. I own 3 of their albums, and all of them are brain fucks. Like, they are just fucking nuts to listen to. It's like being assaulted by music. but I didn't do like their weird angular riffs, the crazy drums. Like, I would put them under great, just because every now and then they really kind of do like lay into some hooks, but for the most part, it's close to that ad nauseum level of challenging.
Yep. Gojira, top 2 for me. I mean, like everything from the debut through La Font Sauvage is like a perfect run, and then Magma, Fortitude, different sound, but they're still awesome. And I can't wait for the new album, which they said it's going to be heavier, and I'm thinking might be going back to like the Way of All Flesh, La Font Sauvage sound, probably.
Reissue the Godzilla demos.
Yes, please, all 4 of them. Gorguts, for me, I go top tier.
I still don't like Obscura.
Shame on you. I still like
Obscura.
I agree, but I still like Obscura. But
everything else in their discography is better.
Oh, dear me. But no, the first 2 are awesome. Colored Sand's really good. And the Pallades Dust EP was awesome. I can't wait for the new one whenever that happens.
I think it'll be next year.
Yeah, probably. Gorod. I only jammed that last one, and it was really fucking good. I still need to listen to their older stuff.
Oh, you got to hear the song "Disavow Your God." Dude, the tapping bridge on there is, it's so fucking good. I would put them at top tier in terms of like modern tech death bands. They're one of my favorites.
Hideous Divinity, basically Italian Nile. I call them. I go just judging off of the last album. I put them in fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were always as technical. They were like definitely more kind of like in line with like the Italian brutal death metal scene earlier on, but they've definitely expanded their horizons.
And speaking of that Italian scene, Hour of Penance.
Oh, if it wasn't for their fucking love of shitty AI covers and fucking just pandering to it, I might have them a little bit higher. I don't know if I'd call them like tech death. Like they've always screamed more like not even like technical brutal death metal, but just like brutal death metal with like a little bit more melody to it. But still, I mean, overall, I'd put them under great. Like they're pretty consistent overall.
Mm-hmm.
What is
trying to figure out what this is? Could this be Imperial Triumphant? Maybe.
No, I don't know that one.
I mean, for now, we'll just put them there. But anyways, Job for a Cowboy. This is a tough one as far as where they should go because, like, Genesis, I would say that was just straight up death metal.
Yeah,
Ruination and Democracy definitely got a little more technical, but those last 2, I would argue they're not even really tech death. They're more prog death to a degree.
They're somewhere in between. I mean, this still has tech death elements. It's just, it's put together a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I would go great, maybe.
I'll go amazing. Especially because the last 2 albums were so insanely good. And actually, I think the only... let me look at my computer folder to see what album I am missing, or albums I'm missing, because I got the last 2 for sure. Yeah, I basically got everything except for Genesis. So I need to get Genesis at some point. Lost Soul. It's a Polish band, I think.
Yep. I have one of their albums.
And I haven't jammed them either.
Pretty solid. I mean, kind of in line with Vader a bit and Hate. I only have one album. That's all I can judge it by, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what is this? Oh, I can barely read it.
don't.
Yeah, I can't really tell. So I just have to put them down there for now. Martyr.
I haven't heard an entire album by them, but I've heard a lot of tracks, and I know it's pretty awesome. It's Dan Mongrain before he became
From
Chewy.
Voivod, yep. Necrophagist. Yeah, I figured as such. Mm-hmm. Neuraxis.
Neuraxis was legit awesome. I got to see them in a fucking roller rink with the Faceless, Veil of Maya, Abigail Williams, and Decrepit Birth.
Yeah.
And they were one of the first bands on. They actually crushed it. I dig the fuck out of that band. Like, I think all their stuff is awesome. So I'd go, yeah, amazing or fantastic.
Back to the top tier we go with good old Nile. I mean, even after doing the ranking, even the album I had at last place, At the Gate of Sifu, is still awesome. It's just wasn't the biggest fan of the production, but basically every album is killer. Oh man, we have reached Nocturnus. Okay, so I'm gonna consider both Nocturnus and Nocturnus AD. So with Nocturnus, it's pretty much just the key for me.
The key.
And then with Nocturnus AD, I dig both of those albums. More so the debut, but
the debut's a bit better, but that last one, with the lyrics all being like this on every song.
Yeah, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the vocals, but
I wasn't a big fan of that either.
I guess I'll go great. Even though personally I'd put them at least up to amazing, but then again, those last two Nocturnus albums, what was it, Thresholds and Ethereal Tomb? Yeah. Obscura. All right. I want to go top tier, but that last album was not the best. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't terrible. It was just
their first album was a little rough around the edges.
I still love Retribution.
Oh, I still think it's good. You got to start somewhere.
But Cosmogenesis through Valediction, perfect run. Sadly, that gotta go fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic's fair.
Oh, back to the top we go with Opeth. I mean, everything from Orchid to Watershed is awesome. And that last album, actually, the last few have been killer. Most particularly the new one.
I mean, yeah, the newest one, and I do like In Caught of Venom.
Yep.
Still think Pale Communion's just boring as hell.
But Orchid to Watershed, that's basically all you need to know as far as their death metal lenient stuff before the new one. Oppressor, who
I don't know if I would call them like tech death. Like
I think of them as kind of like that middle ground between Effigy of the Forgotten and Human. Like somewhere in that area. Particularly the debut, I got that vibe.
I would go Amazing. They were pretty consistent there for a little while. But again, I never quite got the tech death vibe from them. Hey, I gotta get going. Noonan just got here.
Alrighty.
See you later.
See you, Nick.
Peace.
All right, well, I guess it's just down to me. I'm all alone again. Look at me, I'm all alone again. All right, anyway, so Origin. I still have not jammed a lot of Origin, so I can't really say. Pestilence, on the other hand, though. Pestilence, I'm going to be generous and put them in okay. Because Testimony of the Ancients is a great album, but I don't really care for much after that. To me, Pestilence isn't Pestilence without Martin Van Drunen. That's my personal opinion. I can tell what this band name is, but I, for the life of me, can't remember how to pronounce it. Is it like Phlebotomized? I got no fucking clue, but I hear a lot of good things about this band, but I haven't listened to them. Psychroptic, on the other hand, well, I've only listened to the last album and it was good. So for now, I'll just put them in good. This is interesting, the Red Chord being on here. It's like, yeah, they got tech death parts, but I always think of them as being more of a deathcore band and like a pioneering deathcore band. I still need to jam their stuff, though. Revocation, on the other hand, which to me, I feel they're more thrash than tech death. But even at that, I'm still going top tier for Revocation. Rivers of Nile, I'm going to go at least amazing. I've only listened to the new album and some of Where Owls Know My Name. Sadist, the Italian band. The last two albums were really, really good, so I'm going to say at least amazing. Damn hiccups. And again, I still need to jam Spawn of Possession. Suffocation, on the other hand, top tier, even though they're more brutal death. And then Time Ghoul, top tier, even though it was only 2 demos. They were fantastic. Ulcerate, that's another easy top tier, and I'll be ranking them more than likely next year, but I don't want to say for sure yet. I don't know the name of this one, so whatever. Vitriol. I only listened to the new album that came out last year, and it was solid. So I'll say good for now. I need to listen to the debut. Wormed. I'm going to say good. And then the Zenith Passage, I have not jammed. So there is prog tech death bands. As far as any that are missing, though, you could argue Amorphous could be on here too, even though it's like prog mellow death. You're missing Jotun, In Mourning, In Vain, Disillusion. Trying to think of some others off the top of my head that are missing. Witherscape, since you need more Dan Swano always. Akercocke, you need to be on here, even though it's prog blackened to death, it's still prog death to a degree. So Akercocke could be on here. Yeah, that's about all the major ones that I knew off the top of my head. But back to more lists. So, worst metal bands. Oh, dear. Fuck. Hunter, I know you put Demilich on here to piss me off. You know they're good. You just don't want to admit it. Anyways. So, Anal Cunt, I don't really care. Why is there 2 doo-doo waters? Why is there 2 of them? Anyways, AZ, I don't really have an opinion about. Attila is fucking terrible. Def Leppard, okay. Yeah, like after Pyromania, they became more of a pop rock band, but as far as their metal lenient stuff or hard rock lenient stuff, which is the first 3, they're great albums. But since the majority of their catalog is not great, I'll say just bad. Baby Metal, I don't think are a bad band. It's just some people just can't get into the whole cutesy thing, which I get it, but I've listened to one album and it was fun. Like, I think Baby Metal's fun for what they are. Disturbed, I still have a soft spot for old Disturbed, like 2000s Disturbed. But after the 2000s, things go downhill quick. Screw it, I'll put AC in bad. Amir, I'm going to put both Amir and Attila into the almost doo-doo water. Falling in Reverse can fuck off. Five Finger Death Punch can fuck off. Hell yeah, I'll put an awful... Okay, In Flames, this is tricky because, like, early In Flames through to Clayman was awesome, and then after that, up until after Come Clarity, it was like up and down, and then after Come Clarity, it's just been no. So I'll say bad as a happy medium. Motley Crue, I still have a soft spot for the first two albums and Dr. Feelgood, and I dig the self-titled. But other than that, yeah. OTEP, I only like one OTEP song, Seduce and Destroy. I think that's a fun, like, sexy song. But other than that, I don't really care for. What is this? Psychosexual? I've not listened to them, but even I can say they're the worst of the bunch so far. 6 Feet Under, I'll just say terrible, just to put something in terrible. Slaughter Prevail, doo-doo water. Sleep Token, absolute doo-doo water. Van Conto? Are they really a bad band? It's just metal a cappella. I mean, if you don't like a cappella, that's fine. I mean, I'm not big into it, but I don't think they're a bad band. So I'll just put them in not the worst. So, but yeah, fucking putting Demilich on here, fuck off. If Nick was here, he'd be flinging shit. I guarantee it. So we got through that. We're going to skip these two lists for the time being because I need more help because I don't know everything in those categories for that. So we're going to skip ahead to metal concept albums. So we got a fair amount on here. So kicking off with King Diamond Abigail, to me, top tier. Savatage Hall of the Mountain King, that's another easy top tier. Iron Maiden's Seventh Son, top tier. Operation Mindcrime, top tier. Dimension Hatros by Voivod, that's top tier. Helloween, both of the Keeper albums you should have, not just one, but both Keeper albums are top tier. Sabbath, which one is this? History of a Time to Come? No, Dreamweaver. I still need to jam that band. Same with Toxic, Paradox. Nocturnus the Key, that's an easy top tier. Interesting, he put Night of the Storm Rider from Iced Earth on here instead of Dark Saga. Like, I always think of Dark Saga as a concept album about Spawn. I didn't know Night of the Storm Rider was concept album, but even at that, still fantastic. Crimson Idol, Wasp. I know you don't like the album, but I don't mind it. I think fantastic. Life of Agony, River Runs Red. I go fantastic. 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. Fantastic. Edge of Sanity, Crimson. Back to top tier. Bathory, Blood on Ice. I'll go amazing. What is this? Is that Japanese Sabbath with the Dwelling? Don't know. What is this? Ulver. I'm going to take a guess and say that's Bergtat? I still haven't jammed early Ulver. Is this Fate's Warning? Fate's Warning, A Pleasant Shade of Gray. I still need to jam that album. Then we got a Deceased album, which I haven't checked out. Okay, let's see. Which Blind Guardian album is this? Nightfall on Middle Earth? I mean, that's got to be top tier right there. Cradle of Filth, Cruelty, and the Beast. I haven't jammed it, and I probably don't plan to because of Danny Filth's vocals. Sleep's Dope Smoker. I'll say okay. Fear Factory, Obsolete. Fantastic. Chemical Wedding, Bruce Dickinson. I'll go amazing. Nevermore. Just making sure this is Dreaming Neon Black. I still need to jam this album. Opeth Still Life. Interesting you picked this one. But I approve, and it's a top tier. Dream Theater, Metropolis 2, Scenes from a Memory. Top tier. Dio's Magica. I'll say good. Discordance Axis, The Inalienable Dreamless. I'll go great. Macabre Dahmer, great. Tool Lateralis, to me, is top tier. Pig Destroyer Prowler in the Yard, amazing. Damn it. Let's see, which Evergrey album is this? In Search of Truth. I still need to jam the old Evergrey stuff. Same with Camelot's Epica. The Lord Weir Slafeg Traveler. I still need to jam this band. Ooh, Orphan Land Mabul. I'd say at least fantastic. Arion, making sure, is this the Human Equation? Yes, it is. I'm going to go amazing. Angra, Temple of Shadows, I still need to jam. Meshuggah's Catch 33. I still have not listened to this. This is one of the only Meshuggah releases I have not really jammed, so I'm going to have to put that there. Gojira from Mars to Sirius is top tier. Ahab, Call of the Wretched Sea. I've not listened to it, but even I can acknowledge it's fantastic. Devin Townsend's Ziltoid. Epica, which album? The Divine Conspiracy. I still need to jam the older Epica. BT Bam Colors. I don't know why it's flashing like that. The Ocean, Precambrian. I still need to jam them. Okay, Nostradamus, Judas Priest. I know many of you guys hate this album. I don't. I don't love the album. I just think there are some damn good songs, but not the entire thing. So I'm be kind and put it in okay. Mastodon, Crack the Sky. That's a top tier. Even though I'm shocked you didn't pick Leviathan. And also, Crack the Sky isn't really a concept album. Leviathan is. Karak Angren, no opinion. Which Nightwish album is this? Not jammed it. Winter Sun, is this Time Part 1? Yeah, Time Part 1. I'll say amazing. Oh, what is this? Is that Earth Crisis? It looks like it says Earth Crisis. I've not jammed it. Job for a Cowboy, Sun Eater, to me, is top tier. Amon Amarth, Yams Viking, I say great. Vector Terminal Redux, fantastic. Insomnium, Winter's Gate, top tier. Rivers of Nile, Where Owls Know My Name, I'll say fantastic. The Valley by Whitechapel, I've not jammed. And then Of Kingdom and Crown by Machine Head is okay. So there's concept albums for me. All right. Melodeath debut albums. Interesting selection. I'm not going to know most of these, so honestly, I don't think I'm qualified to do this one. Let's look at the Black and Death Thrash War Metal list. Well, there's more I know about, but still a lot I don't know about. So I can't really do this one either, I feel like. I'm just at a loss for words, I guess. Well, let's look at the black metal list and see what we got for selections. Well, we got some real damn good ones here, but I don't know enough about most of these. And heavy / power metal. I mean, we got some damn good ones for sure. That fucking pink bubbles go ape. Good gourd. Here's the douchebags list, which got reset whenever I had to reinstall my browser because it just wasn't working for some reason. We'll touch on this at another time because, well, yeah. Well, I think I'm probably going to call it a stream right there since I'm all alone and I don't fare well alone on these kind of streams. So I think we're going to call it there. Maybe next time we'll get more people and we can have even more fun. It's just I'm not the best doing streams alone. That's why I'm going to cut this short. But thank you for those who did stop by and Nick for hanging out for at least a little bit. But until next time, horns high, dreams wet. Bye.